My friends, welcome back to the Wealth Outside of Wall Street YouTube channel. My friends, I've got a powerful question for you today. The reason you are here is to learn how to take control over your money, your life, and ultimately your results. But I have a question for you, and the answer to it is likely the thing that's directly standing in the way of you getting the financial results that you desire. And my question for you is this: do you have a goldfish financial advisor? Now, this might sound like a silly question, but if the answer is yes, then my friends, you're stuck. And you might not even realize that you're stuck. In a commencement speech given in 2005 to the graduating class of Kenyon College, David Foster Wallace shared this analogy.
There are these two young fish swimming along, and they happen to meet an older fish swimming the other way, who nods at them and says, "Morning, boys, how's the water?" And the two young fish swim on for a bit, and then eventually one of them looks over at the other and goes, "What the hell is water?"
Now, my friends, traditional financial advice often mirrors this exact situation. Have you ever noticed that regardless of your financial situation or their desired strategy or the solution that you're seeking, it always seems to point back to one destination: Wall Street.
The 401k is one of the only products that Americans buy, but they don't know the price of it. It's also one of the products that Americans buy that they don't even know its quality. It's one of the products that Americans buy that they don't know its danger. And it's because the industry, the mutual fund industry, have been able to protect themselves against regulation that would expose the danger and price of their products.
Whether you want to invest in the stock market, you want real estate, you want precious metals, or anything else, there is always a fund for that. It's kind of like when Apple came out with the iPhone. Remember this way back in the day? When you got your very first iPhone, Apple was trying to convince all of us that we needed apps. We needed an app for navigation, we needed an app for email, we needed an app to order pizza, and no matter what someone wanted, the Apple slogan was, guess what? There's an app for that.
If you'd like your own personal tour of Paris, there's an app for that. Or you'd like to figure out the metro, there's an app for that. Or you'd like to send a postcard home, there's an app for that too. Because there's an app for just about anything.
That's kind of Wall Street's version of investing. No matter what you want to invest in, guess what, my friends? There is a fund for that.
So if I want to retire in 2040, I'm going to go buy this set of index funds that will adjust accordingly between now and 2040.
Today, over 71% of American retirement dollars are invested in, you guessed it, Wall Street. But despite underwhelming results, when one fund fails to perform, investors are often shuffled into another fund, hoping for better outcomes. And when all else fails, diversification is touted as the solution to smooth everything out over the long run. But as Warren Buffett says, diversification is merely protection against ignorance. My friends, you are here on this YouTube channel to solve that ignorance, to raise your financial intelligence, and the first thing you have to consider is, are you taking goldfish financial advice?
I just don't know if I'll be able to save that much.
People with shrunken retirement
God willing, Social Security will still be there. For someone like me, it'll probably be enough to keep me out of poverty.
Retirement fund gets sliced and diced and divvied up for Wall Street to play with.
You know, I'm just gonna have to somehow find a way to save 10% of my salary or 15% of my salary, which is probably what I need to actually be saving to have any shot of retiring, not on food stamps. Yeah, I don't know. Hope to be able to retire.
Are you getting advice from someone who can only see the world through the lens of Wall Street? If so, you can expect nothing more than average results. A goldfish advisor can only see the world of financial planning and retirement through the lens of Wall Street. They believe there's a fund for everything you want to accomplish, and all you need to do is have a good asset allocation strategy to smooth out the bumpy ride of when some asset class is down. Hopefully you have one that's up that will smooth everything out.
I personally invest, Steve, inside my retirement accounts in 4 types of mutual funds: growth and income, aggressive growth, and international. I invest in mutual funds, growth stock mutual funds, that have what's called a low turnover ratio.
But they fail to recognize that there's an entirely different world way beyond Wall Street that's found only on Main Street. If they do acknowledge that there is such a thing as alternative investing, it's often deemed as way too risky. Why? Because it lies outside of the safe and secure investments only found in Wall Street, the Goldfish Bowl.
So when I was 24, I made a lot of mistakes buying things that I thought would make me wealthy quickly and easily. I bought a lot of nothing down real estate. I went broke as a result.
In Tony Robbins' new book, The Holy Grail of Investing, he reveals that the average hedge fund earns over 14%. That's the average hedge fund, easily double what the average is for most market-based investors. Now, if you talk to a Goldfish financial advisor, that person will point to a hedge fund and say that's risky. Why? Because they're protecting their ignorance. A hedge fund is managed by someone who has risen their financial intelligence, understands how to aggregate real assets that provide real returns, and guess who they're looking out for? Well, it's their investors. The only way hedge funds actually work is if their investors predictably and consistently get good results. Many of the best hedge funds, guess what? They are actually on a waiting list. You cannot put money into them because they only bring relevant investments to a small group of people. Now, what does this have to do with you, my friends? I want you to consider this for just a moment. If you have your money in any form of traditional financial advice, managed by any specific person that is allocating money to Wall Street, you are following Goldfish financial advice. Now, this doesn't mean your financial advisor is likely a bad person. Now, the overwhelming majority of financial advisors that I've met are good, well-meaning, hard-working individuals. They're doing the best that they can for the people that they're serving, but they, at the end of the day, are asking,
what the hell is water?
My friends, you are here now on the Wealth Outside of Wall Street YouTube channel. You now understand what water is. Water is simply the predominant average approach. And inside of the world of average, the best you can expect is average. But you are here to learn not how to do average better. I want you to consider this. Winning in Wall Street, winning in the Goldfish Bowl is average plus one. It's if this fund is getting a 5% return, let's move you to this fund instead, and hopefully you'll get a 6% return. That is deemed winning in the Goldfish Bowl. But outside of the Goldfish Bowl, winning isn't doing a little bit better. Winning is doing the exact opposite. My friends, if you are ready to turn your financial life around, the first step that I invite you to consider is getting your money out of the Goldfish Bowl, getting your money off of Wall Street, and rising up, taking control, raising your financial IQ. I applaud you for watching this video right here, right now, because it means you are squarely on the path required to get the results that you see. My friends, if you've enjoyed this video, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to comment Goldfish Financial Advisor down below. I can't tell you over the years how many clients that I've worked with that have pulled their money away from their Goldfish advisor. Their Goldfish advisor has threatened everything under the sun as why they shouldn't be doing it, but that person has risen their financial IQ to a point that they know far more than the advisor that they are paying to serve them. And if you want to learn a little bit more about how much that advice is costing you in the Goldfish Bowl, go check out my other video, What Your Financial Advisor Isn't Telling You. The cost, both real and opportunity, will astound you. My friends, do me a favor, subscribe to the YouTube channel. You are here to raise your financial intelligence. Do not miss a video. I drop videos every single week to raise your financial IQ, to help you get better results, and to empower you with the money that you have.